Allez, vélo mon Charlie. Allez, le vélo mon Charlie. Il n'y a personne mon Charlie. Il n'y a personne mon Charlie. Ça c'est mon Charlie ça. Attends, je vais te montrer ça mon Charlie. Hop. Mon Charlie. Il n'y a personne mon Charlie. Hop. Regarde mon Charlie. Il y a le vélo. Alors là, après, tu vois pas très bien, mais regarde mon Charlie. Vélo. Après, là, il y a les marches. Regarde, vélo, mon Charlie. Et regarde. Regarde, mon Charlie. Tapis. Il y a tapis. Il y a des barres, mon Charlie. Regarde, mon Charlie. Il n'y a personne. Tu peux faire vélo comme tu veux, mon Charlie. Regarde. Il n'y a personne. Regarde, mon Charlie, il n'y a personne. T'as vu? Il n'y a personne, mon Charlie. On peut faire sport tranquille, mon Charlie. Oui, je vais faire vélo. Ah, attends. Voilà. Oui, je vais faire le vélo, mon Charlie. T'inquiète, attends. Après, je sais pas comment ça marche l'écran. Je l'ai mis. Attends, je vais voir si c'est branché. Attends, je vais voir si c'est branché, mon Charlie. Attends. Ah, voilà. Là, c'est branché, mon Charlie. Voilà. Voilà, là, c'est branché, mon Charlie. Alors attends, comment on met? Regarde mon Charlie. Regarde mon Charlie. La vélo, mais je sais pas comment mettre le programme. Ah ben voilà, c'est là comme ça. Ok. Ça y est. Regarde mon Charlie. Regarde mon Charlie. Il y a musique mon Charlie, regarde mon Charlie. Ah purée, pourquoi ça fait ça?
This series is all about building your aerobic endurance through a series of cycling intervals. Throughout our journey, I will be leading you through 12 cycling workouts that all include riding and climbing intervals to help build your strength and endurance. On our journey, I will be sharing with you some of my best training tips and techniques I've learned throughout my career as a professional athlete to help inspire you to push yourself to new limits. As this series progresses,
Ah non, on peut pas.
the workouts will get more challenging. But don't worry, I'll be with you every step of the way. Also, while each workout in this series has been crafted to emulate a pro-level program, I've made sure each exercise is still flexible enough for you to complete at your own pace. Let's get started with workout number 1. Today we'll hop on the bike together for the first time. Check out these amazing views.
Regarde c'est corse mon Charlie.
All right, we're now just leaving the famous beach called Golden Horn. This beach is incredible. It is. They call it the Golden Horn because it looks like a horn from above from all the years of wear and tear from the ocean current. And every year the current changes, so the wear and tear gets more and more different. Wait a second. Our first special guest of the day is rolling up for workout number 1, Bobby Julik. Thanks for joining, brother.
Oh man,
Bobby's joining us for a bunch of these workouts throughout the Croatian Endurance Series. And we got a lot of fun workout surprises in store for you guys. And I'm just super excited. I've been all over Europe, raced my bike all over the world. This is some of the most incredible biking I've ever seen.
On va faire comme ça parce qu'autrement il y aura toujours les traits là.
Right from the gun, we're going to roll right down the boardwalk of this beautiful town of Bol. Right on the island of Brock. I'm just loving every second of it. Like I mentioned, We're going to do a 4 to 5 minute workout. It might even be longer because I just want you to enjoy. Right now, start pedaling the bike, get the blood flowing. Cadence at between 60 to 90. Whatever cadence you feel like doing right now for your warm up. But I want you to enjoy these amazing views in this incredible beach town in Croatia. I'm going to have Bobby J lead me out of this town. We got a fun workout in store for you today. We're going to do a couple 7-minute endurance intervals once we get out of town and we start riding up this climb.
Ah, ça met les résistances tout seul.
So cool. We got here early this morning. We jumped on the 6 a.m. ferry. Well, I haven't been so excited to wake up at 5 a.m. in a long time. What about you, Bobby?
Absolutely. Didn't know what we had in store, and then we roll over here. We got a little island paradise.
Ça met résistance tout seul, mon Charlie.
You can just see all these quaint little shops, all the boats along the marina. We're going to ride through a couple restaurants in this marina, which I've done a lot of stuff in my life on the bike, but I'm pretty sure I've never ridden right through a restaurant. That's going to be cool. Can't wait for you to see this. Just feeling this nice, cool Adriatic air blowing in our faces. It's a nice warm day, but not too hot. It's actually the perfect temperature to start our first workout, workout number 1. Train with the Pro Endurance Croatia Series. Here we go. This is what I was talking about. I'm going to let Bobby J lead the way, but we're riding through our first restaurant along the marina here. I have to come back here later and grab a coffee. But before that, we're going to continue to enjoy this view, and we're going to ride through some magical places, not only on today's workout, but this whole series in general. Here's our second restaurant that we're rolling through. What a cool breakfast spot. In fact, we had coffee here this morning, early on before our shoot. Thank you. So here we are, rolling out of the marina, still in our warm-up phase. Like I mentioned, usually our warm-up time is pretty set in stone, but I wanted you to enjoy this roll out of town. Super special, super scenic, and I don't want to be too constrained by a warm-up time that I wasn't quite sure how long it would take us out of town. I wanted to focus on enjoying this beauty. Bobby, how pretty is this?
It's going to be hard to reset, like just going through there and see the people having
C'est Bobby
breakfast
qui
and
parle, mon
just
Charlie, là.
relaxing, but now we got some intervals to do. I need to flip the switch and get ready for this.
Yeah, so we're getting closer to the roll out of town. Before we start, I wanted to show you the island of Hvar right next to us. Another amazing spot in Croatia, known as the party island. I bet you that's why we didn't go there, because we might have gotten distracted. We need to stay focused on the biking here. Intervals, training, and having fun, and enjoying these incredible world-class views. All right, so here we're kind of working our way up, trying to climb our way out of the coast here. Still in warm-up pace here, nice and easy. I'm going to get out of the saddle, get the blood flowing a little bit. You can do the same. Nice and easy though, focusing on our form, deep breath. You'll see throughout our series. This is just workout number 1. We're going to be talking a lot about form, breathing technique, staying focused, little tips and tricks and hacks on how to get through these intervals that were thrown at you. A little race experience perhaps, a little pace lining.
T'as vu, ça me met les vitesses, mon Charlie,
See people along the way.
automatique.
In fact, I'm pretty sure detour, we're about to run into some other old friends of ours. Well, whoa, look at this. We got...
Ouais, ça me met les vitesses automatiques. J'étais 8 tout à l'heure, regarde, maintenant c'est 7.
Enzo Hincapi, who's able to join us, my buddy Darren Fuller. Come on, boys. Join us for this workout. How cool is that? Not only am I able to have Bobby J, but I was able to bring my son along, who's becoming a pretty serious biker in his own right. He's getting ready for the national championships in a few weeks, and he's been doing a lot of...
Regarde, t'as vu? J'ai rien touché à l'écran, regarde, ça m'a mis 8.
And I got Darren Fuller, who I've known ever since I moved to Charlotte a long, long time ago. I was a punk little kid, you know, thinking I was cool. This time my first pro contract for Motorola, and I rolled up for this mountain bike ride, thinking, I'm gonna ride with these local boys, show them what's up. And like a punk kid, thinking I was cool, I didn't have a helmet on. Darren didn't care who I was. Darren looked me right in the eye and goes, dude, I'm not riding, you don't have a helmet on. Go back home, put a helmet on. And I said, who's this guy?
Regarde, mon Charlie, 9. T'as vu? J'ai rien touché à l'écran.
Said one of the smartest things Ken Avery's ever said to me. Went back home, put a helmet on, and we became lifelong friends after that. To have Dee here with me in Croatia is super special. Thanks for coming, Darren. All right, we're rolling up this mountain. Let's see, where we're at on our warm-up time. I told you we're going to run long in the warm-up, but let's just start taking advantage of this gradient. Start picking the RP up to about a 4-ish, which is tempo. And like I mentioned, we're going to be talking a lot about tempo. I'm going to be with my guys here, my gruppetto we're calling it, for a lot of these workouts throughout this series. We're going to take you to some of the most iconic roads in all of Croatia. I am not kidding you. The stuff that you're going to see in this series is amazing. I had no idea how beautiful Croatia was, but it is truly, truly stunning. And you know what? I gotta say sorry to my wife real quick, because this is quickly becoming my favorite country in all of Europe. My wife is French, so she's not gonna like that. But I gotta go with the heart right now. This country is absolutely outstanding. The cycling is world class. I had no idea. I'm super happy to be able to share this with you now.
So George, this is our first day here, and we're already...
T'es content, mon Charlie?
Islands, and they have over 1,000 islands.
Est-ce que je fais plaisir à mon Charlie?
Roch, I mean, I'm pretty happy already. And you're telling me that it's going to be better?
Getting better and better. Roch is the third biggest island in all of Croatia, over 1,000 islands. We have the Vida Gora peak, which is just around this corner. You can see it up in the distance. It is the highest peak in all of the islands.
Ça fait voyage, mon Charlie.
700-meter peak, and I believe it's one of the highest peaks of any island along the Adriatic Sea. All right, now turn the legs over.
T'as vu, j'ai rien touché à l'écran, mon Charlie, regarde. Ça passait à 9 là.
7-minute interval. Out of the saddle for 1 minute. Nice deep breath. This is a little bit of a longer one. You'll see throughout this series, you're not necessarily going to feel great on the first interval. That's super normal. The goal of our workouts is that you feel better and better as we go along. We're going to talk about all these little tips and tricks, hacks that got Bobby J and us the rest of our gruppetto here to get through a lot of these intervals that we've done in the past. And another 20 seconds out of Salle. I know I've said it before in my Carolina series, in my Hawaii series. When I retired, I told myself,
après, je vais le mettre sur YouTube, mon Charlie.
But here we are in iFit, and I'm bringing the intervals back. And I'm having fun. All right, get back in the saddle. 6 more minutes cadence, around 90. RP of about 6. We got a little downhill section here, but that's okay. Keep that RP about 6. Nice deep breath. We're speeding up here just because of the gradient, but I want the effort to remain consistent throughout these 7 minutes.
Il faudra que je le mette sur YouTube, mon Charlie.
Oh yeah, look at this downhill. Perfect timing. Keep that effort up. Even if I stop pedaling here, I want you to remain pedaling. RPM about 6. Let's go right here. Another 4 or 5 minutes left. Back out of the saddle for a minute as we get to the lower slopes of these times. Did you catch how much distance I put on Bobby J in that corner? I'm still doing it. It's been 30 years. Still teaching the man how to corner on descent.
Oh boy. 34 years since I met this little guy. Not so little, never really was that little. I'll never forget the day I stepped out of my dad's camping van in Somerville, New Jersey, and I was friends with George's brother, Rich, and I had heard so many things about George. My family was from Queens, extended family was in Long Island, so
back in the saddle. We still got 3 more minutes. Bobby, finish the story. Sorry.
So I get to Somerville, New Jersey, 1987, no cell phones, no internet. Step out of the camping car after a long drive from Colorado. First person I see is my buddy Rich Hincapie, George's brother. And right next to him is this 6-foot-something skinny kid with a sleeveless white t-shirt on,
5 calories.
headband, and
C'est pas mal.
glasses with a mustache. So when I asked Rich, hey, where's your brother? He's like, this is George, and pointed out. And ever since then, we've been riding buddies, friends. Now we're neighbors. We've ridden on the same teams, on different teams. Our lives have gone different ways, but right now, here we are in beautiful Croatia on an island called Brač with you. Funny how the world works.
2 more minutes of this interval. Bobby J's attempt at a New York accent is absolutely horrible. For all you New Yorkers right now on that bike, don't pay attention to that. I'll bring that in later in the series. I'll give you my New York accent. Bring Enzo up here real quick. Bobby's story is about, I was a little bit older than this guy right here. He's 12 years old, getting ready to race his first national championships. We got him doing intervals right now. I told you to be in the aero position. Get used to this. I want him used to be in this position. But right now, we got 1 minute left. RP of 6, climbing up this mountain. All right, get back on the wheel, stay in that position. So, you'll see throughout this workout, even though we're giving you a set workout, we like to ad-lib a lot of stuff depending on what the road brings us. Depending on how I see my gruppetto is feeling, I want you guys to have the whole experience. I want you to have the whole experience, whether it's intervals with a pro or perhaps a little fun. some race scenarios, some pace lining. I want you to be fully immersed in our workouts. Nice job here, another 20 seconds, and now I'm going to give you a few minutes off. Deep breath, cadence at 90, RP of 6, 8 more seconds. All right, now let's take it easy. Breathing. 11. Look at this views already behind us, just popping up. We're heading to the Bow Overlook. Overlooking this beautiful, I'd say majestic town on the Adriatic Sea. Third biggest island in Croatia. With this sort of weather, you can't beat it. But I just want to give you at home, riding with us on iFit platform, a little bit of information. George kind of alluded to it. You know, he's Mr. Spontaneity. When you ask him to go for a ride and you decide on 2 hours, it could be a 1 hour and 15 minutes or it could be 4 hours. So he's always changing the program, but it always works out. We always have a great time. Yeah, Bobby J, that was a good call out. We want this to feel spontaneous. We don't want you to know exactly what's coming around that corner. We want you to be surprised. But most importantly, we want you to have a lot of fun. How can you not have fun on these incredible roads here in Croatia? Just super scenic. Another 40 seconds or so of riding easy. Nice recovery. Drinking water, make sure to hydrate. As you can just see, this is a really perfect gradient for our workout number 1. Climbing up above the Adriatic coast. We probably climbed about, what, 300 feet so far? Yes, sir. This is, like you said, the perfect road. Us being on Broch Island, there's very little cars. We still have to look out and be safe. But this is a perfect road for this workout. All right, let's start another 7 minutes out of the saddle. Come on. 1 minute out of the saddle.
134 km.
Deep breath.
Calories, c'est bon ça.
Throughout this series,
Ouh, j'ai mal au cul.
it's all about trying to have proper form, whether it's out of the saddle or in the saddle. It's so important to have good form on the bike, comfortable, making sure your position's dialed. You don't want to jump on the bike and instantly feel pain. Take the time to really plan out your position, see what works best for you, and adjust it to that. Back in the saddle, 6 minutes or so left in this interval. RP of 6, back up. We're calling this what, zone 3, Bobby? Fish. This would be more sweet spot, low threshold. But anyway, it's all good. Trying to get a good workout in. Perfect roads, perfect company, perfect weather. And you're here with us. That makes all the difference. Bobby does not, Bobby J, he's our numbers guy, okay? He's gonna know exactly the watts he wants you at, the time. He hates the word, well, I don't even know if it's a word, it's not a word, ish. I'm saying zone 3-ish, RP-ish at 6. This is how we're gonna roll in the 12-part series with me. So have fun, fasten your seatbelts, and let's enjoy this ride. Another 5 minutes, RP of 6. This is a nice long interval, Bobby. Mentally, how do you get through the
Il reste un quart d'heure, hein.
These are the base building intervals on which you can build more of the intensity upon. But if you don't take enough time to dial in this zone 3 sweet spot area, it's like trying to get on your house using a ladder and jumping up to the 4th or 5th rung. You may make it, but you may fall all the way back down to the ground. And mentally, you just got to realize that this is going to be that slow burn. It's not going to be that hit interval where you're just neurally activated, endorphins popping. But this is the base work. This is what's going to allow you to be better and have a bigger peak moving forward.
Correct, Bobby. This is like building the foundation to your home. You got a storm coming in, you need a strong foundation. On the bike, we did a ton of this RPE of 6 zones, zone 3, where we really build the block for our foundation, our endurance. This is why we're calling this the endurance series. We're building the block for our foundation of our home. No matter what comes at us after this, we should be ready.
Là, j'ai perdu presque un repas là. Je crois qu'un repas c'est 150 calories, je crois, ou 200 calories. Un repas.
Incredible views off the right. Island of Havar over to the right. Known as the Island of Lavender. By the way, I forgot to mention that monastery where we picked up Enzo and Darren to call the Monastery of Dominica. 15th century monastery, 600 years old. It's incredible the history behind this place.
Je me suis avancé parce que j'ai mal au cul.
Oh yeah, I'm just excited to be here. I'm absorbing everywhere I can.
I have to agree with you, George. There's a vibe on this island, there's a vibe in this country that, I don't know, it goes good with me. I'm feeling it.
We're going to go in here to the right, we're going to keep going through this interval, we got another 2 minutes. So look off over here to the right. Just stunning. Let's go out of the saddle for 30 seconds. We're under 2 minutes left in this interval. RP is 6, so 30 seconds. Deep breath, nice and smooth, upper body. You've got to be smooth here.
Attends.
And now I'm going to do one of my workouts. I'm going to go,
On va
how
ralentir un
come I
peu
don't
parce
look
que
as good as
là...
Bobby J? Been riding as long as he has, but you know what? This man has got class on the bike. I'm honored to ride right next to him. One of America's greatest climbers the pro peloton has ever seen. How cool is that, riding up this mountain? A mountain that we've never ridden. We've raced our bikes all over Europe, back in the saddle. 1 minute left of this interval. Raced our bikes all over Europe. Together, on the same team, on different teams.
Ah, j'ai fait presque la moitié là.
Come to Croatia more than 10 years after we retired and be able to share these intervals with you. How awesome is that? Another 45 seconds, and then I'm going to give you a break. We're going to start cooling down after this last interval, so let's make it a good last 40 seconds. RP of 6. We're going to go right around this corner here. I want you to get back out of the saddle for the last 30 seconds of this interval.
Je baisse un peu la vitesse parce que là...
Right out of the saddle.
Je récupère un peu parce que là, mon pauvre...
Let's make it a good 30. Overlooking the island of Havar, the island of Lavender. Or for the young people, they call it the party island. Let's go. That's why we work hard. We can have fun after. All right, back in the saddle here. Keep that cadence up, but RP comes right back down. Nice and chill here.
What a great road to do this on. Wow.
I'm hoping you felt better in that second interval than you did the first, because that means you did it right. and you're learning the feel of the intervals we're throwing at you. You're going to get a bunch of that throughout this series. Nice and easy here, RPE. Back it down to a 2.
On va s'arrêter un petit peu parce que là, mon pauvre...
We have 2 solid intervals. I encourage you at home to do these intervals more and more. Learn your body. Yes, it's a 12-part series. We're going to give you recovery days where it's going to be super scenic. And we're just worried about this beautiful church or monastery. But for the most part, for now, I want you to check out these incredible
184 calories j'ai dépensé.
Last few minutes here, we're cooling down. Now it's all about recovery, getting mentally prepared for workout number 2, and my favorite part, enjoying this amazing scenery, these amazing roads. Nice, easy, turning the legs over. Bob, would you like that workout?
I really did, and I'll say it again. Perfect gradient, perfect road surface. First day in Croatia, first workout of the endurance series. I am excited about this.
iFit is showing me, that's for sure, a lot of places I probably should have trained at in my career, because this is pretty outstanding and would have been absolutely perfect to get ready for the races like the Tour de France and all these mountain races we used to do. So I had no idea. But now you do, and you're able to ride with us on iFit, only on iFit. Hey Zoe, now you know, and if you ever make it to the Tour de France, you'll be able to come here and train. I would if I was you. All right? Yeah.
Voilà. Maintenant, je sais pas comment on arrête la machine.
Here we are, we climbed out of this beautiful Adriatic coast city of Bow.
Là, je baisse un peu parce que c'était un petit peu fort. Et ben voilà mon Charlie. Voilà, voilà. Ouais, il est presque 4 heures. On va rentrer, on va faire le goûter tranquillement. On va se reposer les jambes. Je coupe mon Charlie, je te reprends une fois que je suis chez moi.